Breakfast on Midlands 183 with thanks to Tullamore Credit Union's current account, tullamorecu.ie. Your Bad Dad Gags with Find Local Jobs. Proclaim your weekend and find your perfect work-life balance at findlocaljobs.ie.
They're big, they're bad. They're your Bad Dad Gags. And they're always extra giddy as well for the bank holiday weekend of Friday. Lots of you got in touch. Thank you so much for getting in touch with your Bad Dad Gags. Courtney, a lot of people celebrating their birthday today. You know that?
Are they off a Friday?
Yeah, I know.
On a bank holiday weekend.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
Heading into the weekend. Happy birthday if it is your birthday today. Tom said, lads, I've opened up 3 birthday cards this morning and I'm already up €90. Nothing wrong with that.
That's brilliant.
God, I love being a postman. Tom. Leslie said, I went to my doctor yesterday. I told him I had a buzzing in my head. He said, yeah, there's a bug going around. There's a bug going around. No, that was good. That
was a good one.
Yeah, I like that. Leslie, don't listen to them. Kev got in touch. He said, Peter, I got a steroid injection in my arm. Anabolic? No. Just my arm. Kev, you're bold.
Ken, that's not for the morning radio show now.
Not.
Come on.
No, give that to Tony Christie. He'll read that out. Have a great weekend. Duncan said, I just sold my homing pigeon on Dundee for the 22nd time this month. A man went into the doctor and he said, Doctor, I think I'm a TP and a wigwam. The doctor said, calm down. You're just 2 tenths. I love that.
That's a good one.
Hayley has a joke for us. Morning, Hayley.
Good morning, Peter. What do you call sheep that sings and dance?
What do you call sheep that sings and dance?
I don't know. What do you call them?
Let's go for it.
Lady Baba.
Lady Baba.
That's brilliant.
That is brilliant. Well done, Hayley. Have a great weekend, won't you? What else we have? Jordan Port Arlington said, I once caught at CIE. I got a return ticket and I didn't go back.
I think he caught it himself there.
I'd say you did. You paid twice the amount, girl. CIE were laughing. Imagine if you bought a return ticket and you didn't go back and they were demanding. How are you, David? You just slammed the door there. Good man. Yeah, you just banged the door there, yeah.
Breaking and entering here.
Honest to God.
What are you laughing about? Get back to work.
Yeah, the boss has spoken. Right, let's go. Barry got in touch and Barry said, I lost my job as a security guard.
Oh no.
All the computers and the IT equipment was stolen. The boss said, I told you to watch The Office. I said, I did. I'm on season 6. Love it. Podrick said, a mate of mine spent €600 on renting a limousine for his wedding.
Oh wow.
Then he discovered it doesn't come with a driver.
Oh.
Imagine all that money and nothing to show for it. Show for it.
I'll show for it.
I'll do it cheaper than Courtney. I'll undercut her. Actually, you don't want Courtney drives like a... I know, Courtney's a great driver.
I'm a great driver, Peter.
You're a great driver, yeah.
You're outing me on the radio.
I'd never do that. Never, Courtney. Let's give you one more. Who else got in touch in here? Jerry got in touch. Morning, Jerry. Jerry said, I dreamt last night I wrote the entire series of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, wow. That's some dream.
It turns out I was just talking in my sleep. Nailed it, Jerry. Have a great weekend. No radio? It's fine. You can get the full show Monday to Friday from 6:30am to 9 on midlands103.com, or you can download the free app from, I don't know, wherever you get your apps, I suppose. You know something? This is what happens with Bank Holiday Tuesday. You think it's a Monday. And just to remind you that it is actually a Tuesday, we have your caffeine kick. Yeah. We do this every Tuesday around this time. This is your little challenge to get the brain up and moving of a Tuesday morning. Answer this. Stick it on a text, a WhatsApp voice note 083 30 10 103 along with your name and location. Get it right and I will get you on the honours list. I promise you. But the question is, what's a 6-letter word where all the letters are in alphabetical order? I'm going to give you a clue. Begins with A, ends in T. So give me a 6-letter word where all letters are in alphabetical order. Begins with A and ends in T. Get this show in full Monday to Friday from 6:30am to 9 on Midlands 103. So here's something you don't expect to find. Looking out your back window, over the kitchen sink, into the garden, and seeing a snake in your garden. What would you do? What would you do? Seriously. Well, it happened in Dublin, but now the mystery has been solved. A corn snake has turned up in somebody's garden recently, giving them the fright of their life, understandably. A picture was posted of the slithery surprise on local lost and found pages, and it worked. The owners have come forward and the wayward reptile is heading home. But it's not the first time Dubliners have had an expected guest in their home. Last year, a woman in Dublin 8 found a Californian king snake asleep in her bed. It wandered out of a nearby apartment, clearly just looking for a sneaky sleepover. Or snaky sleepover, one or the other. What's the weirdest thing you've ever found in your garden, by the way? Have you ever looked out your kitchen window or your back door, or you're walking through the garden and you went, what the heck is that? Let me know. 083 3010 103. Text WhatsApp or WhatsApp voice note. I know you have one. Breakfast with Peter Dunne on Midlands 103. Weekday mornings from 6:30am. These are the highlights. So Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo will both have original songs in the next Wicked movie. They're returning as Glinda and Elphaba in Wicked for Good. Director John M. Chu has confirmed to Vanity Fair that the film will feature new music, original music from both of them. I think that's going to be released in November. It's obviously the second part of last year's hit in the box office. And Beyonce's owl fella has been chatting. He says musicians are not to blame over dynamic pricing of tickets. There's been a lot of uproar, of course, a lot of claims that companies were adjusting their prices according to demand for the likes of the Oasis comeback tour. And Dr. Matthew Knowles, he's a record company executive, says the situation is unfair for both fans and artists.
Sometimes it's not the artist that's been inflated. Sometimes the artist doesn't even know about it until they hear these complaints. Ticketing is very critical because that's where the money is made, from the tickets.
Now, Alex Warren, he has that beautiful song out. It's called Ordinary. And he's from California. And he's announced he's going to release an album called You'll Be Alright, Kid. It's going to come out on the 18th of July, the day after he's due to play a sold-out gig here in the Ivy Gardens in Dublin. What a great name for an album. You'll Be Alright, Kid. Hold on, he's either from California or he's from Limerick. You could say that in a Limerick accent either. You'll be alright, kid. Get this show in full Monday to Friday from 6:30am to 9 on Midlands 103. David, did you hear the story about the snake that was found in somebody's back garden in Dublin?
Stick my mic up there, will you?
Oh yeah, well, see, I like to be able to control it. Go on, keep talking there.
Keep talking there. Yeah, no, I just glimpsed a headline. Someone's taken responsibility for the snake.
Yeah, somebody put their hand up and said, that's my snake. So, that's mine. So I'm asking people of the Midlands, what's the weirdest thing you've ever found in your back garden? Jackie Mullingar says she found a fox standing in her back garden last September around 7pm. Scary enough, climbing the wall. Mick in Tullamore said, woke up to find a giant inflatable flamingo in the back garden.
Well, that's amazing.
No pool in sight, still deflated. Yeah, that's freaky enough.
That is.
Kieran Mullingar said, my dog proudly presented me with a full set of false teeth one morning.
Oh, that's great.
We still don't know whose they are or how he found them.
That reminds me of when the dog in the mask got the mask on and had the big teeth.
The teeth.
Yeah.
Aoife in Edenderry said, one morning I discovered a chicken pecking round the patio. I don't own a chicken, but I named her Henrietta and she stayed with us for 2 weeks.
No way.
No, that cool.
Nice little holiday for the chicken, I'd say.
We used to find batteries in our back garden. Batteries, like random batteries.
Right.
And it turns out that the crows and the magpies like to pick them from a local recycle centre.
No way.
And drop them in what was then our back garden.
Amazing.
No, David, not amazing. Annoying.
Right.
But I'd go out with a full Tesco bag and have to fill them full of batteries and recycle them.
That's really funny, man.
Yeah. If only they could find €1 or €2 coins and drop them in the back garden, then that would be amazing.
That would be better.
That would be much better.
Preferable.
Brian and Clara said, hi Peter, I once dug up a perfectly preserved 1980s Walkman.
Wow.
Complete with a Boyzone tape it's still inside.
That's amazing.
That is cool.
That is cool.
Wow. I wonder what the story behind that was. It says,
was it like when they broke up, the band broke up, the fan couldn't take it?
Couldn't take it anymore.
Had to bury it.
Or maybe it was a dad who was just sick of his daughter listening to Boyzone and just went out to the back garden with a shovel and went, right, that's it.
Yeah,
that's
more
it.
of these lads.
Yeah, no matter what. No matter what. You're not listening to these anymore.
Insert various song titles here, yeah.
Brian, the best thing you can do now is dig another hole and stick that back in there, won't you? Leave them where they were. Yeah. No, I'm only joking. Julie and Abbey Leaks has a brilliant one.
Go on.
Said, hi Peter, I went to put leftover food in the compost bin one night and got the fright of my life. There was a man standing there smiling beside the bin. I screamed, but he kept smiling. Turned out it was Daniel O'Donnell.
Yeah.
It was a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, okay.
Of Daniel O'Donnell that my sister planted there for a laugh.
Oh, that is so good.
Imagine going out with your leftover chicken.
Daniel O'Donnell.
No!
Well, that's surreal.
Oh, that is brilliant. Oh, Julie, you've made my day. No radio? It's fine. You can get the full show Monday to Friday from 6:30am to 9 on Midlands103.com, or you can download the free app from, I don't know, wherever you get your apps, I suppose. And there's a bit of a storm in a teacup happening, by the way. Well, you could say that. A man in the UK has been found guilty of fraud after selling what he claimed was unique Scottish-grown tea. But it turns out the only thing Scottish about it was the accent in the marketing. He's a 52-year-old. His name is Thomas Robinson. And he said his fancy leaves were plucked from his lush Petershire estate, but they were actually just bog-standard brews from a regular wholesaler just outside Scotland. His business is the very posh-sounding Wee Tea Plantation. And he managed to sell this tea trickery to high-end hotels and luxury shops for 5 whole years before the truth came out. And he's been prosecuted over that. So the moral of the story, always read the fine print on your tea bag. But I tell you something, right? If somebody told me I was drinking Lyons tea, they served that and said it was Lyons and it turned out to be some cheap imitation, I'd probably turn into Liam Neeson or something.
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
No radio? It's fine. You can get the full show Monday to Friday from 6:30am to 9 on Midlands103.com, or you can download the free app from, I don't know, wherever you get your apps, I suppose. Gracie Abrams, Midlands 103. We'll give you your caffeine kick again. Right. There's more than one answer to this, by the way. Just a heads up. Give me a 6-letter word where all the letters are in alphabetical order. Okay? Begins with A and ends with T. 083 30 10 103. Stick your name and location on that as well. Get it right. Get yourself on the honours list. No radio? It's fine. You can get the full show Monday to Friday from 6:30am to 9 on Midlands103.com, or you can download the free app from, I don't know, wherever you get your apps, I suppose. Jessie J has revealed she's been diagnosed with early breast cancer. In a video post on Instagram, the 37-year-old singer told fans she'd been in and out of tests and plans to undergo surgery. So the mother of one suffered a heart condition at the age of just 8 and a minor stroke at 18. And she said she felt the need to share her diagnosis.
Cancer sucks in any form, but I'm holding on to the word early. I just wanted to be open and share it. One, because selfishly, I do not talk about it enough. I'm not processing it because I'm working so hard. I also know how much sharing in the past has helped me with other people.
Get well soon, Jessie J. Miley Cyrus has opened up about her public feud with Sinead O'Connor. Do you remember this? She was speaking to the New York Times and Miley says it bums her out and she reflects on her actions as those of a young person. So the fallout happened after Sinead O'Connor sent the then 20-year-old singer an open letter criticising her Wrecking Ball music video, and Miley responded at the time with a series of tweets mocking Sinead O'Connor's mental health. And the trailer has been released for Colin Farrell's new film in which he stars with Margot Robbie. It's called A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, and it sees their characters take a journey together using a very unique GPS after meeting at a friend's wedding. And the romantic fantasy movie is due in cinemas in September.
Nice to share this with someone. But however this plays out, it ends in me hurting you.
And what if I hurt you?
You are capable of being happy. You just have to choose it.
Breakfast with Peter Dunne on Midlands 103. Weekday mornings from 6:30am. These are the highlights. Let's get you your fantastic facts. We do it every Wednesday. I wonder will any of these facts be on the Leaving Cert paper today? You'd never know.
I was just going to say there, this is our own version of the Leaving Cert.
Pretty much.
And we're guaranteed to pass.
At least we'll get... I'm not sure what way the grading system works now.
H9, 48.9.
I'll take it. It sounds good.
Well done.
Thank you, David. Did you know the summit of Mount Everest is made of marine limestone?
Huh?
That means it was once part of the ocean floor.
It was under the sea?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
470 million years ago. And that's incredible.
So a while before we were born.
1 or 2 days before it, anyway. Do you know the inventor of Velcro got the idea from burrs stuck to his dog?
Oh, the green balls.
Yeah, the little bally things that get stuck to your dog.
Nature is smart.
Absolutely. The OG fashion designer. That's what nature is.
Yes.
But his name is George de Mistral, and he examined the burrs under a microscope and he just mimicked their tiny little hooks. Great idea.
Fantastic. Fair play.
How many hours have you spent, if you had a dog at home, picking all the little burrs from the tail and the wool and the fluff and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
If you went for a nap now, David, how long would you go for a nap for?
0 seconds. I don't do that.
Well, NASA reckon you should.
Oh.
Because they reckon the optimal naps last between 20 and 30 minutes long. But the perfect nap is 26 minutes long.
26 minutes?
Yeah.
You're a nap connoisseur.
Yeah, I like a good nap.
Well, what's your sweet spot time-wise?
A half an hour. If you go beyond half an hour, you're just groggy for about 2 hours after that. Yeah. It's horrible.
Okay.
Yeah, just can't wake up. Did you know Jay-Z is now the wealthiest musical artist in the world? He has a net worth of about $2.5 billion.
Okay, yeah, that's impressive, I guess.
You look sickened over there.
I don't like evaluating people by their wealth. Sorry, absolutely dry so-and-so there. Move on, Peter.
Well, I was just wondering if you were to ever interview Beyonce, would you say, well, what attracted you to the 2.5 billionaire Jay-Z, Mrs. Carter?
Is banging tunes.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Did you see him? The cut of him.
The cut of him.
Cut of him. See him.
No. Was he dressing funny?
He just is funny. Anyway, she's not in it for his good looks anyways.
Is it? Well, you can't speak for her.
Come on.
She's got plenty of cash herself.
Come on now, David. Come on now.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
Come on now.
Right.
Do you know there's a town in Norway where it's illegal to die? Yeah. It's illegal to die in Longyearbyen.
Longyearbyen.
The ground is so cold that bodies don't decompose. So they ask you, if you're going to die, will you die?
Nip down the road there.
Will you move on there, will you?
What's the punishment like?
I don't know. Did he jail you for a while? I'm not sure.
Your closest relative loses a limb.
I wonder will Shakespeare be on the Leaving Cert today? English paper 1.
Is that?
I'm not sure.
Is it paper 1 or paper 2?
I
think it's paper 1. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if so, and you're studying maybe the Merchant of Venice, then you'll be delighted to know that Shakespeare invented the name Jessica.
Get it?
Yep. Jessica wasn't a name until Shakespeare invented it during the Merchant of Venice. So if you're called Jessica, you got to thank Shakespeare for that.
That's impressive.
Isn't that really cool? One last one. This is impressive. I know you're a big fan of the royal family.
I love them just as much as I love rich celebrities.
Did you know Queen Elizabeth II was a trained mechanic?
I did not know that.
Yeah, during World War II, she trained and served as a driver and mechanic.
That's the Queen that just died recently?
Yeah.
Okay, but
so
when she was young, she was a mechanic.
No, not cool.
Yeah, fair play.
Imagine being broken down the side of the motorway and the Queen goes, when you pop the hood there, we'll have a look.
Yeah, she pulled up with the regal wave.
The wave,
I shall help.
Now needs a new muffler.
And then turns to the man who's been pulling her along in a cart. Jeeves, fix that engine. Great mechanic.
Just ask Jeeves. Remember Ask Jeeves?
Jeeves and Worcester. Do you remember them?
No, not as old as you did. No radio? It's fine. You can get the full show Monday to Friday from 6:30am to 9 on Midlands103.com, or you can download the free app from, I don't know, wherever you get your apps, I suppose. Hope you had a brilliant bank holiday weekend, by the way. God, it flew by, didn't it? Absolutely flew by. Did you do anything nice? Do anything different? Or did you just go, look, I'm going to chill out for the weekend. Don't be annoying me. I'm going to relax. Take it easy. Well, we did something we've never done before as a family. We got lost in a maze. It was this place called Kildare Maze, and often seen it on social media, and that we decided, look, let's give it a bash for the crack. So we took the 2 kids down there. We said, right, let's pop in here, because it's like swings and slides and all that kind of stuff as well, mini golf, all that, few bits and bobs, just outside Clane. And we said we'd give this a bash, and we went inside the maze, and we're like, 10-15 minutes, we'll be back out again. We brought a picnic, so we'll have our lunch then, 48 minutes later, not that I was counting or anything, still wandering around this maze. I swear to God. Couldn't find our way out. You have to find your way to the middle, and then it gives you instructions on how to get out, There's this viewing tower in the middle. Oh God, every turn we took was a dead end. You're going around in circles. You're going, I seen this branch before. Or I remember there was a mushroom growing there the last time I was here. And you're bumping into people going, dead end, yeah, sure, yeah. Jeez, I'm starting to panic. I tell you, if I close my eyes now, all I can see is hedges. Bloody hedges. I was thinking to myself, honest to God, I was going, I'm starving with the hunger. How will I get out of here? What if it's closing time and I'm still stuck in here? I was turned around to the wife and I said, look, will I get onto Google Maps and see if I can get out of here? Or get onto Google Earth, see if we can get a satellite image of this maze. I'm bursting to go to the toilet. I have to get out of here. Thankfully, we made it out not too long after that. But I tell you what, I was still a bit of PTSD from that hedge. Get this show in full Monday to Friday from 6:30am to 9 on Midlands 103. We're all obsessed with the weather in this country, aren't we? And rightly so, it changes so much. We're also obsessed with our hit music, aren't we? And that's why we've decided to combine weather and hit music together. What are you on about, Peter, you ask? Good question. Well, I'm going to give you your weather forecast, but I'm going to intermingle it with some popular lyrics from a huge hit, and I want to see if you can guess what the hit is. Okay, we call it the hit forecast, and I want you to give your guesses on 083 3010 103. Text WhatsApp or WhatsApp voice note. Stick your name on it. If you get it right, I want you to give you the credit you deserve for this. Are you ready? Let's do it.
Midlands weather.
This morning starts like a falling kingdom. Cloudy skies, a touch of mist and drizzle sweeping the streets you used to own. But don't worry, the revolution will be weathered. As the day rolls on, the cloud will retreat like Roman cavalry and sunny spells will break across the Midlands, and there might be a wicked and wild wind carrying the odd isolated shower, but for most it's a return to mostly dry skies and warm. Temperatures rise to a regal 18 to 20 degrees today, not quite ruling the world but close enough for a Thursday. So whether you're holding the key or just a puppet on a lonely string, you'll want to be out in that. What is your hit forecast? Breakfast with Peter Dunne on Midlands 103, weekday mornings from 6:30am. These are the highlights. So here's one to mull over your breakfast this morning. A dental assistant in Iowa was fired for being too attractive. Her name is Melissa Nelson. She'd worked for Dr. James Knight for over a decade, doing a great job by all accounts, but the dentist said he found her irresistible and feared he might cheat on his wife. So what did he do? He fired her, gave her the boot. He even asked his pastor for advice before reading her a breakup-style speech with his wife and pastor present in the room. So Melissa sued for discrimination, arguing that she was fired for being too hot. But Iowa's all-male Supreme Court ruled that while it was unfair, it wasn't illegal. Why? Because being good-looking isn't a protected characteristic like gender, race or religion. So in Iowa, at least, it's legal to be fired for being too attractive. Oh, no fear of that happening to me. Breakfast with Peter Dunne on Midlands 103. Weekday mornings from 6:30 a.m. These are the highlights.
This morning starts like a falling kingdom, cloudy skies, a touch of mist and a drizzle sweeping the streets you used to own. But don't worry, the revolution will be weathered. As the day rolls on, the clouds will retreat like Roman cavalry and the sunny spells will break through across the Midlands. There might be a wicked and wild wind carrying the odd isolated shower, but for most it's a return to mostly dry skies and warmth. Temperatures will rise to a regal 18 to 20 degrees, not quite ruling the world, but close enough for a Thursday. So whether you're holding the key or just a puppet on a lonely string, you want to be out in it. Right now in Kinnegad, it's 16 degrees. Midlands weather with Mullingar Auto's Volkswagen. Find your next used car with the Volkswagen Approved Used programme. View over 130 used cars now on mullingarautos.ie.
Courtney, you read that so beautifully.
I don't know about that, Peter.
It was so beautifully done. But can you guess the hit forecast today? There's song lyrics in that. What is it from?
Peter.
Well, David Conlon knows it. Let me stop you there for a second. Helen in Portlaoise knows it. Ina knows it. Dave in Portlaoise as well knows it. Do you know it, Courtney?
I don't know it.
You don't know it?
It sounds really familiar, but that's my first time reading that out. Through the weather, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's such a good idea.
Let me see. Sweeping the streets you used to own. Roman cavalry.
Yeah, I do know it.
What is it?
I can't think of the song.
What is it? Come on, Courtney. No pressure. What is it? Hurry up. Everybody wants to hear the song.
Oh, Viva La Vida, Coldplay.
Yes.
Woohoo.
Well done, Courtney. Viva La Vida. Well done to everybody who got that right. We'll chat to you at 8:30, Courtney. Breakfast with Peter Dunne on Midlands 103. Weekday mornings from 6:30 a.m. These are the highlights. It's reported Blake Lively is looking at withdrawing her claims against Justin Baldini of intentional and neglect infliction of emotional distress. So the film director's team are trying to use her therapy and medical notes in his defence. So the actress lawyers claim they're just streamlining her case. And Patrick Schwarzenegger, yeah, Arnie's young fella, says he thought about using a fake name to stop constant comparisons with his famous dad. Well, when you have a name like that, it kind of stands out, doesn't it? But he's best known for playing Saxon Radcliffe in the latest series of White Lotus. But he claims the show's creator warned him that a surname comes with a lot of baggage because of his old fella, the action star Arnie. And, do you know Lenny Henry and Countdown's Rachel Riley? Well, they're among the famous faces to dive with sharks for a new show. Shark, Celebrity Infested Waters. It's expected to air later on this year. And it's to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Steven Spielberg's 3-time Oscar-winning film Jaws. 50? I didn't know. Wow. But other participants heading to the Bahamas to take part include the likes of comedian Ross Noble and McFly Base's Dougie Pointer as well. Would you do it? Would you swim with sharks? Well, I did. Okay, if you're protected, you're in one of these big cages and they drop you into the water. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, would it? Well, you're getting a free trip to the Bahamas, though, aren't you? Get this show in full Monday to Friday from 6:30 a.m. to 9 on Midlands 103. So, David, it has been revealed. It's been officially revealed. The people's favourite biscuit to dunk into their tea. Now, this argument goes on and on and on and on.
It really does.
It does, yeah. But what do you think it is?
I'm going to go with a hobnob.
A hobnob? What kind of hobnob? Just a regular hobnob or anything else on the hobnob?
Well, you make it sound like it's definitely not a regular one, but that's what I was thinking, so I'm sticking to my guns.
Are you right? You are right. Well done.
Yes.
Hobnob.
Never right.
That's people's favourite biscuit to dunk into their tea.
I get that. Like the texture of it, the soakage capability, it can hold a lot of tea without falling apart. It's good.
I love what you say. It has soakage capability.
Yes, it's got great
Did
capacity
you just
for
make
tea.
up that word? Did you? That phrase. Soakage capability.
Let's say I did. Why
Okay,
not?
fair enough. You didn't steal it from Peter Kay by any chance, did you?
I know, as you know well, I don't follow Peter Kay's work.
You don't follow Peter Kay's work?
I don't.
Really?
I get exposed to enough comedy as it is. That's not a comment on my colleagues, I should say. Fiona works in the industry, obviously. Anyway.
Do you not remember Peter Kay's routine about the hobnob?
I do not.
Dipping your biscuit into tea?
Yeah.
David.
You see, that's a different class of biscuit and hobnob. Hobnobs are like Marines hobnobs. They're like SAS, they're like Steven Seagal at Biscuit World and hobnob. You dip an hobnob, it's like, again, dip me, again, dip me, again, I'm going nowhere, me son, dip me.
Wow.
So you're thinking along the same lines as Peter Kay. Fair play to you.
I was, yeah.
Well done. 1 in 5 say dark chocolate digestives, Jaffa cakes, and milk chocolate hobnobs as well are the best to dip into a cup. Some people dip Jaffa cakes into a cup of tea.
No, it works, right? So, like, you've got the soakage factor because of the sponginess
We're going back
of it.
to soakage factor
Yeah, that's
again,
important. How much tea can it hold? Quite a bit for it. The other thing I think works well with a tea or a coffee is a dark chocolate.
Yes.
Because you get the kind of sweetness from your tea or your coffee, let's say if you like a drop of sugar or whatever, and that just bitterness sets it off nicely.
If I'm dipping a biscuit into my tea, I'm not having sugar with my tea. That's it.
That is your sugar.
Yeah, that is my sugar. That's the way I treat it.
Okay, fair
That's
enough.
how I justify eating biscuits with my tea.
Well, I know you
won't have additional sugar. I'll just have whatever's in that biscuit.
I know you live in a sugar turmoil with your tea. It's a tough life.
It is a tough life, yeah. So I'm going to make that transition from sugar to biscuits.
An hobnob.
An hobnob.
The Steven Seagal of biscuits.
Dip me one more time. Good God. David, chat you tonight.
Yes, sir.
No radio? It's fine. You can get the full show Monday to Friday from 6:30am to 9 on Midlands103.com, or you can download the free app from, I don't know, wherever you get your apps, I suppose. Parents, do you remember when, or maybe you're doing this right now, maybe you're about to do it shortly. You have to go back in, the baby is crying, you have to try and rock them to sleep, or maybe you just shush them to sleep, rub their back or something. We all ended up with some sort of method. We thought, this works. This is how you get the baby back to sleep. You go to walk out the door, and all of a sudden the floorboards creak a little bit. They go, and then the baby goes, ah! Yeah, we're all familiar with that. Well, parents, we are losing 15 days a year trying to get our young child to sleep. This is a survey by CBeebies. They found 2/3 of parents said their kids' sleep routine disrupted their own rest at least once a week, with 1 in 8 saying it happens every evening. 40% of parents get between 3 and 5 hours sleep a night. Oh my goodness. That's when I started drinking coffee, and I got to know the good people of Costa Coffee. But some methods parents say they use when they get the child to sleep include playing heavy metal music. Now, I did a bit of research into this. This is not necessarily heavy metal music, but it's like lullaby versions of heavy metal music. This is Metallica's Nothing Else Matters. You can get this on YouTube. It's 2 hours long. If you want to try and get your baby back to sleep. Other methods include sleeping in the bedroom doorway, purring like a cat, or recording business meetings for bedtime stories. Can you imagine being on a Zoom meeting or something like that, and then you go, I'm going to record this, play it to the child, because definitely put them to sleep. So when they go to sleep, you can go, here you go. Now, here's the boss talking about KPIs. Breakfast with Peter Dunne on Midlands 103, weekday mornings from 6:30am. These are the highlights. A lot of you have strong opinions on biscuits been dunked into tea, by the way. Yeah. Mary Gagan said, Peter, ginger nuts. I love dipping them into tea. Good morning, Mary, who enjoys a good ginger nut. Dee said, black weak tea and dark chocolate biscuits. Definitely my favourite. Mick and Burr said custard creams are the underdog. Sweet, simple, you can dunk them in twice if you're quick enough. Nice one, Mick. Grania in Edenderry is like Mary. She says, I'm loyal to ginger nuts. They can survive a nuclear dunk and still crunch. Respect, said Grania. Sheila said, it's not a proper tea break without a bourbon. 2 Bics for the price of 1. 2, that's very good. Economic and tasteful. Well done. Brendan in Port Arlington said, Jaffa cakes. Dunking them in your tea should be a criminal offence. It's cake sabotage. Or biscuit sabotage. That argument goes on as well. Laura in Tullamore said, milk chocolate digestives all day. They've got a 3-second dunk limit before they turn into mush. High risk, high reward. I like it. I am willing to test all these biscuits out, by the way, McVitie's, if you are listening. I'm willing to take one for the team, okay? Just so you know. Every Tuesday we have your caffeine kick. That's a little brain teaser I give you to challenge you, to get you up and at 'em. And it's the equivalent to getting an old coffee in the morning or a cup of tea. And your question was, give me a 6-letter word where all the letters are in alphabetical order. And your clue is begins with A and ends with T. Oliver Cassidy in Clonbelow got it right. Fran and Mullingar, well done. Catherine and Clara, John Malloy, Mount Mellock. Fair play to Mick in Castle Pollard, Vinny in Longford, Evelyn in Tullamore, Marie in Streamstown, Eugene Prendergast, who wants to say hello to Tom Hall. He's on his way to work. Good morning, Tom. Patricia Gibbons in Rahan as well got it right. Well done to Matthew and Burr, Des in Kilcormac, Carmel Troy in Kilcormac as well. Damien Malloy in Mullingar, well done to Mary Duffy in Ballymore. You could have had 2 answers to this. Begins with A, ends in T. You could have had accent, or you could have had almost. And if you had one or the other, well done, fair play to you. Here's a small clap. Well done, congratulations. The hamster is truly on its wheel for you this morning. Get this show in full Monday to Friday from 6:30am to 9 on Midlands 103. So I got a message from Luke in Athlone, and it's more of a warning to everybody else. He said, Peter, yesterday I was running around like a headless chicken trying to get out the door for work in Dublin. I was really organised, so I made my lunch, big sandwich with chicken, bacon, relish, cheese and stuffing. Sounds delicious. Then I grabbed my bag at lunchtime, but no sandwich. I was convinced I brought them. I remembered grabbing them on the way out the door. So what did I do when I got home? I checked the doorbell camera. And I could see them clearly in my hand, along with my bag, a travel mug of tea. And I went to take my keys out of my pocket. And for a sec, I could see myself on the recording putting the sandwich on the roof of the car. There they remained, sitting proudly on the roof of the car as I reversed out of the driveway. By now, they're probably somewhere in Ballymore, hurtling through the countryside, or flattened on the M4 if they made it that far, feeding a very happy crow. Moral of the story, Peter, always check your roof before takeoff. From Luke and Athlone. Rest in peace, sandwich soldiers. What's worse is you were looking forward to it. Oh, and you were organised and everything. Oh, Luke, tell you what, this for you. It'll be alright, trust me, it'll be alright. Here's Supergrass.